at the airport because he's going to be going to Ghana for the summer, or he's on his way. And it brought up a lot of feelings that I was just thinking about, reflecting on. And when we got to the airport, we were parking, and the parking area has one of those things that says like clearance. This happened to be 6 feet 10 inches, and as I got close, I was thinking about it. Like, is the van gonna fit under there? And it seemed like it was cutting it kind of close. I know the van, I think it's pretty sure it's taller than me. I'm 5'10", so, you know, I don't know how much taller. And I get up close, and this car, there were a couple lanes, and they were going through, and this car next to it said, "Oh, you're good, you're good." Rolled his window down, was like, "You go ahead." But then Solomon was like, "What about the fan?" My son, "What about the fan?" The new fan that I just installed. And I didn't want to risk it. And we did a little hesitation back and forth. We started reversing. I'm doing the math in my head, but I don't actually know the height of the van or the height of the fan. So in that moment, it was a little bit stressful, because you know how it is when you fly and you have everything all packed up, but you want to get in, you want to go through the line, get your ticket, do all that stuff. And here I am going reverse forward into the parking garage, or not. We ended up reversing, going around. I guess there's over height parking, but it was a little zigzagging we had to do. We cut across all the like exit lanes for the people where you go and put your ticket in, and eventually found a spot and got into the airport. But I remember in that moment, you know, it was kind of like one of those like anxious moments where everything has to come together, and it's a little bit stressful, you know, making the flight and all that, which it all worked out, which it usually does. But it got me thinking, because as soon as I'm driving away from the airport, you know, thinking I'm not going to see him for, you know, 6-7 weeks, and I'm thinking about that moment and missing that moment. And thinking, you know, if he was in the car again, if only it'd be nice to have him in the car again, and miss having him in the car. But in that moment, I wasn't thinking about missing him in the car. I was thinking about the stress and the situation and the reversing. And so I guess it got me thinking about other parts of my life. And sometimes when we listen to music, it can bring us back to certain parts. And I remember thinking, wow, those were some really, really special times. But then I think, was I fully appreciating that in that moment? Like, was I fully appreciating the experience of dropping him off at the airport and reversing and forward? Because here I am, half an hour later, wishing I could have that again. And I think it goes the same for the future. Like, you know, sometimes we put off our happiness. We think, when this happens, I'll be happy. When, you know, I reach this goal, then I can start my happiness. And it's actually, we might meet that goal, but we're still going to have future things we're aiming for. And if we keep putting off our happiness, we're going to get to the end of our life, and we might not have spent so much of it being happy. So it was a good lesson, a good reminder of, at all times, no matter what, to enjoy it. Enjoy the ride, enjoy the stressful moments, enjoy the missing. I guess what I'm trying to say is that I don't want to take any of it for granted, any of it. And I appreciate this experience called life. All of what it's, all the ups and all the highs and the lows, and the love I've had, the loss, all of it, because it's made me who I am today, and I wouldn't change that.